Hello and welcome to the Trinity Stamps Warm and Cozy release. We have some amazing new products to share with you today and inspiration from the design team. Today we are also doing this YouTube hop and we also have one going on the Instagram hop. So please make sure to click on the link that I provided below for your chance to win a $15 gift certificate to the shop, and you can also join the Instagram hop. And in today's video, I am showcasing the all Spruced Up stamp set. This features a festive pine needle border background measuring 8¼ by 3¼ Coordinating dies are also available for you to cut out the pine needle foliage, some solid foliage, some berries, and a poinsettia to make this the perfect addition to your winter and holiday card projects. I love that this is actually made for a slimline card, but then you can also use the images on an A2 size card. So let's get started. I have a panel of Bristol Smooth white cardstock here, and this is cut at 8½ by 3½. And I am going to ink up the background using some Distress Oxide inks. I use Faded Jeans, Seedless Preserves, Antique Linen, and Victorian Velvet. I will be sharing with you how I inked up the background by blending all the colors together, so I'll put some music on and I'll be back after it's done. And now I'm ready to stamp the image. I have my Misty stamping tool here, and I'm going to line up the stamps so that I can stamp it with Versamark ink and then heat set it with some white embossing powder. But as you can see here, while I was stamping it, I didn't line it up properly. But to prep this stamp, I have this tool from another company, and I'm just rubbing the stamp here so that when I use the ink, I will be able to get a nice stamp image. So I just prep my background there with my powder tool, and then now I'm going to stamp it using some Versamark ink. I just have a rag here that I kind of rub on top of the stamping tool, and that helps me get a crisp image. So I'm just spreading some white embossing powder, and then I'm going to heat set that with my heating tool. And as you can see over here, I didn't line up the stamp properly, and I have some edges there that I didn't like. So the solution to that is to re-stamp the image a little bit. So I'm just lining it up on my Misty stamping tool again, and I'm just going to cover that part that I didn't stamp properly. This is really nice because since this is just a foliage, that when you stamp that image, it will just make it look fuller. And this is what it looks like after stamping it once. As you can see, all the edges are gone and it just made the foliage fuller. So I'm going to stamp it 3 more times until I get this nice background. And to add more interest to the card, I have this foliage here that I die cut using a die from my collection, and I'm going to adhere that with some liquid glue. And for the winter berries, I will be using my all-time favorite embellishment from Trinity stamps called Bubble Blower Flat Back Bead Mix. I was originally going to use the red ones, but they were heart shaped, so I used this one instead, and I really love how this one turned out. I used the Trinity stamps bead tray, and as you can see, it's so easy to put those beads back in the container using that tray. And for added texture, I just sprayed some water on the card and then picked up the excess water using some paper towel. I will be adhering this to a slimline card base, and then this card is done. Don't forget to leave a comment down below to participate, and then click on the link to hop on to the next person. I hope you like this card today. I'd be grateful if you can kindly give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to click that notification bell for new content on my channel. Thank you for stopping by, and happy crafting!